live in a massive subdivision surrounding a bunch of woods affectionately referred to as the trails. I suppose the people who own it left it untouched in case they wanted to add more streets. Anyway, I live down the street from one of the main entrances that most people use and know of. My friends and I were a resilient bunch who liked to go out there and have fires, get drunk, and smoke a little, if you know what I mean. So considering we were out there so much, we decided that we were going to build ourselves a little hideout, fort of sorts, where we could party and even camp. We ended up with a small clearing off of one of the winding paths where we had set up a good-sized lean-to with some evergreen on top as our roof and named it Bear Cave. Now for the incident in question. This happened back when I was about 19 years old. I had just gotten off work and had gone to grab some fast food. My friends had called me earlier letting me know we were going to meet at Bear Cave. So after I got home, I changed into some warmer clothes as this was during late fall to early winter, and it had been unusually cold that night. So I decided I should get out there as soon as possible, and decided to take my food with me and eat there. Now, it's about 8:30 and the moon was barely visible through the trees, but knowing the trail like the back of my hand, I wasn't worried and assumed they would already have a fire started. As I approached, I walked up to our hidden entrance and saw there was no fire and heard no sounds. I took my phone out and texted one of my friends, asking where they were. They replied something along the lines of, "Sorry man, we're gonna be about 15 minutes. Great, I thought to myself. I ducked in and started trying to scrape together some wood and kindling and get something started. Unfortunately, everything was wet and without a proper flashlight. This was before they were standard on phones. I couldn't get into the brush and dig anything up. Soon after, I decided I might as well eat and hurriedly scarfed down my 2 burgers. Before I knew it, I had been sitting out there for about 20 minutes and still no sign of anyone. I tried to call them, and after 5 minutes with no callback, I texted them. Still no response. At this point, I was about fed up, and my phone was about to die, so I made a mental note. 10 more minutes, and I am gone. At this point, I squatted down, holding my knees to my chest, and tried getting warm. My back was to our little hut at the back of the site. I thought I heard something behind me, a slight crunch. I looked over my shoulder, and from behind the shelter, I saw what looked like 2 beady eyes glinting from the little moonlight entering through the trees. I quickly and quietly turned my full body to face it. At this point, I feel as though I'm about to throw up or shit myself. But keeping my mind on myself, I slowly reached to my right where I had laid a stick just in case something like this might happen. If this was a dog, it was big. And let me just clarify, this was not a wolf, as I live in the South and coyotes do not get this big. Something wasn't right. It just stared unblinking, as if through me, and made no sound whatsoever. I realized whatever this was, it wanted to come at me. Thinking fast, I decided my best interest was to throw it off guard. I threw the stick and without seeing if it made contact, turned and ran swiftly out the entrance, expertly placing my feet in all the safe places through the trail, assuring I wouldn't trip while maintaining max speed. I didn't stop till I saw streetlights and was safely on the road. About this time, I saw my friends pulling up. I told them that I saw something. They didn't seem too interested and tried to go out. I told them sternly no and suggested we just go to my house. This seemed suitable to them, and so we went. I still don't know what I saw out there, and it was as though everyone forgot about it. I continued to go back out there, but only during the day or at night with a friend, but I will never forget those unwavering eyes.